Yeah.
In life, there are a lot of things that are like recyclable. You could get back. For instance, you can recycle water bottles. You can recycle wood. You can recycle paper, and eventually you get all that back. With money as well. If you waste money, some people are afraid to waste money because they think they'll never get it back. But money is always comes back. But there's one thing that you cannot never get back, and that's time. Once you waste time, there's no getting that back. Like right now, it's 8:40 in the morning, and I'll never get that back. So, like my quote from Charlie Sheen says, "Waiting for tomorrow, wasted today." And there are a lot of people like myself that are procrastinators. I know everyone in here is a procrastinator. And that's a fact. And well, say you have an assignment due on Thursday and it's early Monday, you're gonna say, "Oh, I'll wait for tomorrow, and I'll have time." But in reality, you're just wasting time. But you could be, I don't know if I'm great with this. Well, yeah, with school, like you put a lot of time aside and always say, "I'll wait for tomorrow," and the next day comes, you say the same thing because it's barely Tuesday. You're like, "I still got 3 more days, maybe today." You wait for Wednesday, and you're like, "You know what? I'm gonna do it," and then you cram a lot, and things don't go well. And also, well, in conclusion, don't waste your time, and make all your time count, and don't wait for tomorrow because today will be a waste. Thank you.
You can keep that.
I keep this?
Yeah, you can keep
Your
it.
souvenir. You'll always remember it now. And then you'll always remember December.
December 3rd. Do you know what that means?
You did about the same, don't worry.
No.
I'm obsessed. That Christmas. Like,
Good job. Good job.
Oh, okay.
It came out like hot, and then
More
you're
high
just
my
like,
God.
Star Wars, and my sister and my nephew are arriving the day before Christmas. I'm more hyped on that.
This is my brother is arriving back from Army on December 12th. So there you go.
Next week's our last week.
On this book.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I'm excited to drive home. I love driving by myself.
I thought it was
It's a nice little ride. It's like 15 miles. Gotta not talk to anybody, nobody's talking.
Anthony?
I like the opening a lot. I like the idea of the recycling, and the one thing that you can't recycle is time. I thought that you did an excellent job setting up a subject and getting to the topic. And then when you identify the topic, that was pretty solid. You could be a little clearer about what your point of view was, but it mostly sounds like you're agreeing with the topic. So I understood kind of where you were going with that. That made sense. And then you just ran out of stuff to say because you didn't give yourself a structure. You didn't have a plan. You had the one example in your head that everybody thinks of, their own experience when I procrastinate, I put things off. Okay, in a school experience, I think that's good to use because everybody will be able to relate to it. But what are some of the other things that people procrastinate about, they put off, that they don't confront when they need to, and what are the negative consequences of them? You're going to discover this when you're thinking about it later. Everybody gives a better speech in the car on the way home in the afternoon, and you're going to say, "Oh, I should have said that, I should have said that." And you're going to think of those kinds of things. People put off all kinds of things that would be better to take care of immediately. You got a little problem in your mouth, and you say, that's probably just a little sensitivity to the cold. I'm going to ignore it now. And then your dentist says, "Well, you've got a cavity here. We should probably, clean it out." And he said, "Well, I'll take care of that next time I'm in." And then the next thing you know, your tooth has to be pulled, and you're going, I'll just put some, and the next thing you know, you're having your teeth ripped out, and you're having to get an implant because you put something off. There's all kinds of examples of things that you're going to remember a dozen of them, I'm sure, by the end of the day.
Honestly, I was going to give an example about health, but I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, you just got stuck. You couldn't think of the next thing to talk about. And you did the best thing you could in those circumstances. Instead of struggling and, hoping that something comes to you, just come back to the point, finish off as gracefully as you can, and that's the best thing to do. Next week, when people are doing impromptu speeches, that's exactly what you want to do. Your goal is to finish off the presentation and leave us with a good impression. And the impression that you don't want to leave us with is, I can't think of anything else to say, and let me drag it out and make it so painfully obvious to everybody that I can't think of anything else to say. All right.